Miami Dolphins fans, welcome to another episode of Larry, Lucci, G, and Shake. I will change that banner one day. I promise you. I just got to get in my groove in the offseason and do some of my homework that Shake's always telling me I got to do my homework, man. I keep messing up. And unlike G, I don't always follow through with my homework the way I'm supposed to. But we'll get there, guys. We really will. Look, everybody's riding high. Everybody's excited. The Miami Dolphins have won a bunch of their last few games. They are one game away from 500. I was skeptical, I'll be honest. It looked like we were going to beat these teams. We should beat these teams. I told you last week I wasn't worried about the Patriots, and I wasn't worried about the Patriots. And I'm right not to be worried about the Patriots, man. We whooped that butt. We whooped that ass like we have been doing for a while now. Tua continues to dominate the Patriots. But the fact is, the Patriots are not what they used to be. So Tua might own the Patriots, but the problem is that the Bills have owned us, and that's the problem with where we are right now. But I don't want to dwell on the division. The division is not the focal point at this point in the season, guys. It's just not. The focal point here is trying to catch one of these teams for the wild card spot so that we can actually get excited about this team and what's going on again. Now, here's what I'm going to say. And Adam's in the building. Fury fan member Adam, my dude, is here. Shout outs to him. Fred is up in the building. What's up, my brother? Alex is here. And obviously, Lucci's backstage. We're going to hear from him in a minute. But at the end of the day, man, I said that I wanted to get on the bandwagon. I wouldn't get on the bandwagon. I wouldn't get all hyped up until we got to 500. Until we got to 500. And it wasn't just because I wanted to be at 500. It wasn't just because there was some magical thing about being at 500 in and of itself. It was because what was it going to take to get to 500, right? For the Miami Dolphins to get to 500, they had to get through a couple teams that you thought they could beat, you expected them to beat, and that's all good. But to get to 500, final boss, you might say, which really isn't going to come till later in the season, we had to go up to Green Bay in the cold, and we have to have a good game in a clutch situation on primetime holiday night in the cold against a good team. Now, Green Bay just destroyed San Francisco. San Francisco is not the San Francisco we're used to seeing right now. All right. They got a bunch of injuries. They're kind of in shambles. They're a California team playing all the way up in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It is what it is. But nonetheless, Green Bay still dominated them. And Green Bay is looking like a good team right now. So for us to go up there and take care of business in the cold against a good team in the clutch at a pivotal point in the season is going to say a lot. Now, Tua Tagovailoa's performance over the last several weeks, I have pointed out, has been good. The way that he's, moved the ball off script, the way that he's kept his eyes downfield, moved around the pocket. And it's not moving around the pocket the way Tua used to move around the pocket, where he's trying to create things, but he's getting sloppy, and then he's losing the ball. Now, he still lost the ball a couple times, so let's not act like it's been completely flawless. But at the end of the day, he's moving around the pocket more efficiently, sidestepping trouble, stepping up in the pocket when he should, stepping to the side when he should, has a better feel for the pocket, it seems. He's holding the ball enough that he's not getting himself into trouble, but he's finding open receivers, he's finding the right guy to go to, and he's making things happen downfield with his arm. And it really has helped the offense to get going because they have to account for these wideouts and these deep threats, and they have to cover them longer than usual because Tua can make things happen as it's going on. Now, don't forget that the run game has been exceptionally pretty good, and the way Achane is carrying that rock, it's also opening things up a bit. And you got to give props to the offensive line, who I think started off pretty shaky and got better as the season went on. And Troy is in here already saying, hey, I'll believe it when I see it. And I'm the same way, right? I'm not here to toot everybody's horn. I'm not here to do rah-rah and to be a cheerleader. I'm not here to just make everybody feel good and all that nonsense. This is Phin-Addict Fury with Larry K. Okay, that's the channel we're on. And you know what we do here. We keep it 100. We keep it real. And we keep it objective. So I'm not jumping for joy until this team. What has been the Achilles heel of this team? Has it been that Tua can't perform well and that the team can't perform well in the middle of the season against bad teams? That's not the issue with the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins, we can count on them. We can rely on them even before Tua, even before McDaniel, back in the Adam Gase years, back in the Tony Sparano years. You could always rely on the Dolphins to beat the bad teams in the league in the middle of the season. The Dolphins are very rarely, aside from 2007, they're very rarely the worst team in the league. What their problem has been over the years is that they've been mediocre, right? They'll beat the teams they're supposed to beat, but they can't beat the teams that are more challenging to them, the other teams that are above 500 that are posing a real threat. So I'm happy that we are where we are, but I'm not there yet as far as thinking we cleared any hurdles until we finally get the monkey off our back and finally vault the threshold that we actually have to deal with, which is that we need to go up on a cold weather team in a pivotal part of the season with the playoffs on the line, and we need to beat a good team. And we don't just need to beat Green Bay. We need to keep going forward. We need to beat Houston. We need to beat San Francisco. Even if we lose to Houston, we need to play them tough because we can really only afford to lose another game or two in this kind of down the stretch place we're in and still have a chance to make the playoffs. Now, I do think football teams hit their stride sometimes later in the season, and the defense seems to be playing pretty well. They have a groove. They know what they're doing. They have their guys that they think can be impact players. The offense, especially with the emergence of Jonnu Smith, I think has been a revelation. Jonnu Smith, 9 receptions last game for 87 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Waddle, emerging when you're going to put a lot of pressure on Tyreek Hill. You got to find Waddle out there. He's another really good weapon. I thought he was neglected a little bit early in the season. He's coming out and playing well. So there are a lot of pieces doing well. There's no reason why we can't play Green Bay the way you'd like us to play them. But you've got to actually do that, okay? And until we get there, I'm not believing it. But I think if there's any time, and I said this on my post-game show for those who tuned in, if there's ever a time for us to beat this team and do this thing, it's right now. We're playing at a pretty good level. The staff seems to be in a groove with their play calling. The players seem to be in a groove with the way they're doing things. So there's no better time than right now to reach that step and finally vault that threshold and do what you need to do if you're the Miami Dolphins. But I'll believe it when I see it, like a lot of the fans here. And that doesn't mean I'm being a naysayer. I'm not saying they can't do it. I'm not saying they won't do it. I'm sitting here saying I'm not going to be a cheerleader and just assume they're going to do it and be rah until I see them do it. And I'd love nothing more to see them do it. I've said on this channel numerous times, and those who want to pick a side or whatever can act like that's TD and me and Lucci and all these guys that we're out here just being haters and we want Tua to fail. Bro, we don't care about being right, especially on this channel where this is not our main gig here, bro. We don't need to be right. We just speak what we think is truth. And we're out here just talking, for the betterment of the fan base and for people that want to tune into us. We want nothing more than to be dead wrong about Tua in that way. I want Tua to be the best quarterback in Dolphins history. I want McDaniel to be the best coach in Dolphins history because that means I'm going to get to see a dynasty in a lot of winning seasons. And that's what I care about because I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, okay? So I want these guys to succeed on Thursday. I want to be finishing up my, stromboli bread, my pepperoni, my turkey, my cranberry sauce, my stuffing, my salad, my baked ziti, and I want to be watching this team dominate the Packers and reaching the next level. That's what I want to see. And there's no reason why we can't see it with the caliber and the way this team's playing right now. I like the way this team's playing right now. So go out and show us that you're going to actually get to the next level. Please get out and show us that. And Adam says, glad to see Waddle getting involved again. Very, very well said, Adam. And remember, guys, if you're in here, click the subscribe button. Be like Adam and join Fury Fam. Click the join button down there. You'll always get your comments highlighted. You'll get preference on the panels, things like that. And we have behind-the-scenes stuff, a behind-the-scenes column, and behind-the-scenes content coming. Shake and I are cooking some stuff up, too, for the offseason as well, so it's going to be good. Alex says people need to stop making this a Tua cold thing. This problem goes way beyond Tua. This Dolphins team has been horrible for the last 35 years in the cold weather. Yeah, but Tua's been horrible in the cold weather, too, for the last 4 years. So we got – and it was good against Buffalo the one time, but, two wrongs don't make a right, and those things don't have to be mutually exclusive, right? The Miami Dolphins in general, yes, I agree with you, have been bad in the cold weather for as long as I can really remember. But that doesn't mean that they're not still bad again with the current personnel. And you're right, it goes deeper than just the guys here now. It's a long problem. It's an old problem that we've had. 100% correct. 100% agree with you. You couldn't be more right. However, these guys are the current guys, and they've got to get that monkey off their back too, and they've got to go win in the cold. And if they can't, we're going to have a problem, because you can get a home playoff game in Miami. But to get a home playoff game in Miami, you've got to win some cold weather games in the regular season. That's just the way it is. I think this team would play much better at home games in the playoffs. I think the road for this team ideally is to go through Miami for at least 2 out of the 3 playoff games to be able to get to a championship, get to a Super Bowl at some point. But you've got to win some cold weather games, and you've got to win some high pressure games, and you've got to win some games against good teams in the regular season to get there. And this team has got to do that. That's just the fact of the matter. Gary D, another Fury Fam official member, keeping it real, and I'm here for some honest football conversation, but hoping we can poke some holes in frozen cheese. I like that, Gary D. You're right. Got to poke some holes. They already got the holes in their little hats. Let's put some holes in that defense and do what we do. And there might be some holes in Aaron Rodgers' logic these days. That dude might not even be back with the Jets. So we're going to have to play him twice too, and I'm kind of looking forward to that. And Fred says, hit the like. Everybody hit the like, hit the subscribe, click the join button. We're out here talking Phins tonight. Alex, I think this version of the Miami Dolphins is more than capable of beating Green Bay. Here's my thing, Alex. That's exactly what I'm saying. This team is more than capable of beating Green Bay. So do it. I don't want to hear that we were short-staffed or we were undermanned or we were overmatched or, we just didn't have enough time between Sunday and Thursday, or they threw something at us we couldn't handle, or this or that. You just said it all, my brother. Alex, I'm holding you to that because you just said it all. There's no reason why we can't beat the Green Bay Packers on Thursday. So let's do it. We are more than capable of beating cold weather teams. So then do it. There's no excuses. Do it. You're riding high. You're on a winning streak. Go up and beat them. And at the end of the day, bro, if you play a shootout game and you lose 38-35 because of a last-minute field goal and it just went that way, maybe there's some bad calls. I mean, that's different. Now, the season might not mean anything if you lose Thursday, but I won't necessarily judge you like, oh, same old Dolphins, because that happens. But you got to go up there and show. Don't go out there and be throwing ducks. Don't go out there and look like you can't move the ball at all. Don't go out there and start getting nothing but pressure on the quarterback. Don't go up there and have Mike McDaniel start losing his mind again, not calling the right rushing attack, not calling the right plays. Don't go do that, because the way this team has played the last several weeks, you can do it, but you got to do it against good competition. You got to do it in the cold. This week, my theme is back to show me. We are close to getting to 500. We are close to mattering. We are close to having something to cheer for and something to watch. I just want to see us be able to do it. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm looking for. That's how I feel about it. And we're going to have the whole crew up here, and I'm going to ask G for his take since he's fresh off a research paper and he's feeling itchy to get in and tell you guys what he's thinking. And then we're going to do what we do with the segments and get Lucci's take and everything else. So, G, fellas, first of all, welcome to another night of our show. It's always great to see you guys and to be here with you. And G, we back is what your little signature says. So are you setting yourself up to be a madman on Thanksgiving night with a rant, or are you really thinking we're going to take the step here?
I think we can win this game, and I think we will win this game. I mean, if we win this game, it's going to be a special treat come Thanksgiving night for me. But I've been thinking about it. Larry hasn't uploaded my rant video, but I was singing a different tune after that game than I probably will be singing now. I'm going to tell you right now, Larry, if we lose this game, it's just the same old Dolphins. We beat on the shit teams. That's my one curse word I will use. We beat the bad teams. We put up the stats against the bad teams, and we can't beat the good teams. We can't beat the cold weather teams. Can't beat the winning record teams. It's going to be the same narrative with this team, and we have an opportunity here to shut up these haters, shut these doubters up, and go cash some receipts. It's a big game. We have to win this game. We have to basically win out if we want any hope of making the playoffs. And I'm going to let you all right. I've been preaching it all week. I'm probably going to still be preaching it. If this team makes the playoffs, if they do, that's a big if. you're not going to want to see the Miami Dolphins in the playoffs because I think, Larry, if we can somehow get in the playoffs, I think we can go on a magical run, maybe to the Super Bowl, but maybe I'm just on the hopium right now from Sunday. Maybe it's just because the Dolphins beat bad teams and I load myself up with some hopium, but we'll see. It's a big game Thursday night. It's gonna be a cold game. Got a chance here to shut everyone up, shut the Stephen A. Smiths up, and I'm glad Alex Renee Diaz said that because I swear to God, Alex, if you come up here on Friday saying it was Mike McGeek and Tua making Mike McGeek again, I'm gonna lose my mind. So this is a big game. We gotta win. Shut everyone up. And yeah,
I hear you, G, and I feel the same way. Shut everybody up, and including us a little bit, which I don't think we're wrong that they've struggled in these types of games, but prove to us that you can do it, and did it, man, and that's that. So Shane,
by the way,
yeah,
real quick, I'm with Greg. Listen, I figured that right now we're getting so much hopium, right? That I went and get a parking pass for the hopium.
Let me zoom in on that, sir.
Here
So
you
that
go.
people can see.
Here's my hopium dealer.
Why is it me? Hold on.
I got.
You do it. Can you? Oh, I got it. There you go. I like it. I like it. I love it. You're muted. I don't know why you're muted. Now you're good.
No, he's still muted.
Unmute, Jake. You're muted. You're muted yourself. There you
my
go.
bad. And instead of crystal blue, it's crystal aqua.
I love it. Let's go back to the regular layout now. There we go. All right, I love it, Jake. What else you got for us today, my friend? Are you gonna do memes? Or are we going right into?
We do good, the bad, the ugly.
All right, let's do that.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
Let me give a shout out to Dolphin Don. What's going on, Dolphin Don?
Dolphin Don, what's good?
Hey, by the way, but here's the good, man. Look, I'm gonna combine the meme and a meme and this is the good right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that, bro. I like that. Bro, that's so true. You got to open it up with different guys, bro. It's worked. Jonnu is a beast, man. I really like that kid's game. I like that kid's game a lot. And I said I liked the signing when it happened. So,
yeah. I look, Color, at the Phins tailgate, he said the last games that we won, even with the Buffalo loss, we passed the ball. He passed the ball to 9 different targets. 9 different people got receptions. So this time last year, it was Waddle with Waddle and Hill, and then the reception drop off was huge.
yes,
Fell off a freaking cliff. Right now, they're not far off from each other, the reception. So that is really good.
it's great. Yeah, I like the way they've been playing. And I think Jonnu is an absolute beast of a weapon. And he's getting in places. He's not just a traditional tight end that they're dumping off to. They're finding creative ways to get him involved. And it's been really great to see. I've loved it. It's been a huge addition to the offense. And props to Mike for, finding ways to get him the ball, and props to Tua for looking out for him. That's definitely the good, Shake. I'm with you.
And of course, the bad is we still have some drops. OBJ didn't catch nothing.
Waddle had some. I think Waddle had one, didn't he?
Yeah. So, I mean, but again, he's passing the ball around, so it doesn't matter here or there. But yeah, like I said, we need especially that one pass that OBG had hit him right in the hands, and he fell.
Yeah, bro. It's not been good enough with him. Does he have he have one reception too? Is that it? Like, he doesn't have many receptions this year.
He has none in this game.
Yeah, I know.
Him dropping passes has just been the norm since he's been here, to be honest.
Yeah, bro.
Try to warn Dolphin fans. I try to warn you. We didn't.
I think we all did, bro. I don't think anybody.
I don't think anybody.
Check this out though. As much as he dropping pass, if let's say down the stretch he catches a game winner touchdown, nobody's ever going to be talking about this crap. So he has a chance to redeem himself.
True. He still has time. You're right. You're right. I'm with you, Shake.
And here's the ugly.
Mm-hmm.
You had one job. I'm sorry. You had one job, and one job you couldn't even hand the ball off to a freaking running back. That was ugly. Holy crap!
That was
Who had to
rough.
get back in the damn game?
Yeah,
That was tough.
that was.
But you know what, Shake? When that happened, and Tua was like, "Man, give me my helmet," and wasn't even. Now that made me feel good about Tua. Like that's what we've all been saying. Like he's way too nonchalant, in the past. But finally, like, man, I don't care. We're up by whatever. Oh, enough is enough, man. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not gonna. Yeah. So to see Tua get as soon as that happened, like go over there and like tell him, man, give me my helmet because I'm not asking or not like waiting to see. Well, let's see what happens. Him taking that and saying, yeah, we're not doing this.
No.
Like, that was cool to see.
That reminded me of the Patriots were blowing out the Jets. Okay, they put in Stidham. He threw 2 pick sixes and they had to bring Brady back in.
Yeah.
So it's not uncommon for us to see that happen.
I like what Lucci said about Tua, though. That's true. I have seen, like I said, bro, I'm not jumping on any kind of bandwagon yet, but I have seen a slight change in that there is a level of determination and less of that BS and like flexing without showing the results, a little more results oriented stuff, but it gets harder from here. So we've got to see it. But I agree. Him grabbing his helmet going in, that is a good sign. I got to agree with that.
I got it ugly. I don't know what you guys were doing, but when we allowed that deep bomb on 4th and 15, I was losing my what. That was very upsetting me. I wanted the shutout. I was fuming. I was livid when we gave up that score.
Yeah.
Bro, that was one of the things I was saying last week and I was confused. I thought it was against us, but it was the Jets again that I watched. But I saw the kid, man, if he has time, I said, if you give him just a little bit of time, he's going to find a guy open down the field. He did it repeatedly that game I watched.
Yes,
and
he's not bad.
That's the first thing when it happened. I said, I said it, man. If you give him, but we were really good at not giving him an opportunity. But when he got that one chance, you see he aired it out and they got a touchdown. But yeah, yeah.
Shake,
anything I said you disagree with in my little monologue today?
No. I think I kind of, for the most part, agree with you. Look, the one thing I would say is that for the folks that are on the hopium and want to believe that, that we're going to make the playoffs. I get where you're coming from because, we all need something to believe in, right? And for all the people that are on the opposite, I also agree with you too because we've seen this movie too many times. So,
yeah.
I mean, look, I'm at the point of like, do what the F you want to do because at the end of the day, whether you and me are on hopium and these two are negative or vice versa, it doesn't matter who's on hopium, right? None of that should is gonna make a lick of difference. At the end of the day, it's the players that wear the uniform and put on the numbers that's gonna have to do something about. You know what I'm saying? So, look, fan how you want to fan. I am gonna celebrate and keep on celebrating. So, I'm just gonna enjoy this until I can't anymore.
Yeah, bro. And I feel that same way. Like I'm excited. I wanted to get in this position to be excited about Thanksgiving so that it meant something and there was something to cheer for. Because I'm a fan at the end of the day too. And I just wanna get excited about it. Fan how you want to fan 100%. My thing is, hey, just don't call out other people who are a little bit cautious.
Yeah.
Let them fan how they want to fan, and we will do the same. But I agree with you, bro. I definitely do. G, you were gonna say something. Then I want to give the floor to
my rant video that you guys haven't seen yet. We're Dolphin fans. We live off hope and dreams over here. We don't. That's what we love. We live off hope and dreams down here. We don't.
And nightmares. Don't forget nightmares.
And constant nightmares that wake up from our beautiful dreams. Guys, hit subscribe and join Fury Fam. Lucci, man, how you feeling about everything?
Good. I would say shout out to my guy Bentley in the chat.
What's good, Bentley?
Digital. But I don't know if anybody else saw this, but Shaq Barrett has reinstated. He's trying to get back in.
I didn't see that, bro. That's some news right now.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. And I mean,
yeah,
he went through a lot of stuff, man. You know, he's had, I don't know if people know, you know, he's went through a lot of stuff. So
Shaq has.
yeah, Shaq Barrett.
Rafael Correa says it's lucky underwear is the reason why we're winning.
Okay, keep wearing them. God bless you.
But
Right.
so Shaq is trying to come back, bro. That's I see it right
Yeah,
here.
he's applied for reinstatement for the league. So if he comes back, you know, maybe, you know, just everything, you know, got
Bro,
to
that would
him.
be
It was too
big.
much.
If we
And just him having to deal with, you know, all the preseason stuff, you know, the training camps, and maybe he was just too much for him, bro. And now maybe he's got a chance to decompress. But I mean, he's in the league long enough that I feel like, you know, after a couple of games, you just put him in a couple that he'd be okay. It's not like this is a guy.
I agree with you, bro. Yeah, this
Yeah,
isn't a
and
guy who needs
it could be
development or whatever.
big.
Get him up to speed and get him in.
Yeah.
I'm seeing here, just so we give everybody the news, and thank you, bro, for breaking this news to us, to me, because I hadn't seen that. And it's saying that Mike McDaniel said he hasn't spoken to Barrett about his desire to unretire yet. He's got to talk to Chris Greer. And he said there's a reason you signed somebody, McDaniel said. I haven't had a chance to think about it. I'll get with Chris and we'll work through that. There are a ton of implications to go through that with the team roster and stuff. But there's no way they're turning him down if he wants to play for Miami. And I got to be honest, why would you apply to unretire when it doesn't look like trading is in the cards? Can't be. So you're only going to get released or play for the Dolphins. I'm thinking he wants to play for the Dolphins. And look, the Dolphins are now 5-6. So it's a little bit of interesting timing. I think he wants to come back and get a chance to roll, bro.
Yeah.
That would give a spark.
I tell you what,
I'd be excited to see that.
he sees the fact that Chop Robinson is going up to speed. So that now him and Chop Robinson could form like a 1-2 punch.
Yeah, bro. Like him and Chop, and then like Raph saying that Calais is beasting because he has been. I don't know if you guys saw that news that was reported that Calais Campbell was on the trade block and McDaniel vetoed it because he was like, the season's not lost yet. I need this guy. This guy is a beast, and he is a beast. And that's a good point, Raph. Maybe Barrett's seeing, yo, look at Chop and Campbell doing this work. If I come back in, we could be bro, you have a pass rush.
Zach too. You know, like, Zach is balling out of control too. We have a bunch. Even when Dotson came in, that pick from Dotson was nice, man.
Yeah.
You know,
and Zach, you're right, bro.
And what was it? Walker went out. You know, Dotson come in, and everybody's playing really good, man. I was one of the. I felt like we were gonna smoke New England's game. I didn't have any. Yeah, I felt like that was going to be easy work. I was saying that last week. I don't know if it was on the happy hour or if it was over here, but I didn't feel like we'd have any. Everybody looked good to me.
Yeah.
And I was telling Horace, Shake, you know Horace, you know, from the Dolphin Den. Larry, you might know him too. Yes. Yeah, you know. But I was messaging him in the game, and I'm like, man, you know, sometimes when people go into a coma and they wake up and are speaking a language they never spoke before, like they know fluent Spanish and stuff like that. That was kind of being funny, but maybe to his last concussion. But I'm telling you, he's playing different. We didn't get to see really before because he didn't look great before the concussion. But then he comes out of the concussion and all that stuff happened. And man, we're throwing the ball, we're spreading the ball out. Everybody's getting the ball. He's looking great when he's stepping up. I mean, and I said before too, I wasn't worried when he came back about the missed snaps because I attributed that to when we don't play preseason. I know everybody remembers me saying that. Like, you can't expect not to have real time snaps. And then when we start the season, he's always fumbling snaps. You got to have those. But now that he's had them, when is the last time we saw, like, like we were seeing it regularly at first? You don't see it too much anymore. So,
you're right. Yeah, he's everything's the best I've seen him play probably since like that Arizona game,
since his rookie season. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's really playing. And this is what I'm looking forward to because Horace told me, I was saying, man, I see us where we could run the table if things continue on the same course. And he's like, tell me one thing you see that makes you feel like that. And it's like, man, one thing we're doing right now that we haven't done is spreading the ball out. and
Yes.
running the ball and sticking to running the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So we haven't even seen any really bombs. The only, if you want to pick and say
I agree, bro. Yeah.
the only thing that Tua, like the one thing you could say that Achan should have been that was an underthrown. If he puts that ball, a little more air under that ball, he's got that linebacker burned.
Yep.
That's an easy 6. It was just underthrown just a little bit. I mean, if you want to be picky, but other than that, man, we haven't seen any down the field passes. And normally we're bombing Baghdad early in the season, and then people catch up, and then we don't have nothing to do, nowhere to throw in between. Now we're throwing in between, and you see Jonnu Smith. Look, they forgot all about him because they're worried about the streaks last week or the week before that. So maybe now when they start to bring in, what are they going to do, teams? Are you going to bring in people to start watching those underneath? And then you know what happens with Tyreek and Waddle after that. So maybe now finally when the second half of the season, when the book's out on us, now we open up the real playbook.
I could see it, bro, because it's been a fight through, and I just think the way I'm seeing Tua play with certain elements to his game, I've never seen it. I've never seen the way he's moving in the pocket and finding guys after holding the ball for a while, and the way he's delivering it after having that time to hesitate. I don't think that I've ever seen, even in his best years under McDaniel 2 years ago or last year, it was still all just drop back, quick read timing, drop back, quick read timing. And usually, like you said, padding those stats with these deep balls. I'm seeing a dude who can move the team incrementally and methodically down, even when things are starting to get tough. And I'm seeing an offense and a coach and an OC who's calling the right mix of plays and getting the right players involved to do that. Now, does that last when the competition steps up? We're about to see. But I'm happy with what I've seen in this little winning streak here. Even before they won, I saw it.
The penalties are lessening every week too.
Yes.
So maybe I just feel like, man, maybe things are coming together again. We'll see. We'll see what happens this week. But
another thing I want to say too is the fact that, look, you got to remember when he was on concussion protocol, they said he spent a lot of time in the coaching room with the QB coaches and things like that. So maybe he was looking at what the coaches looking at viewing film. Damn, I can't believe I was missed that, or you know what I'm saying. He was looking at it from now he's looking at the game from a coach's perspective, and okay, this is what he's talking about, and things of that nature. So I think him taking that sidebar for like 4 weeks kind of help him elevate his study, his film work and his studying habits and things like that.
Well, I think you're right, because I think it was more precautionary than necessary to have him on IR to make him wait 4 weeks. So I actually think he really kind of got like an extra month of practice and review. I know he wasn't doing football activities right away, whatever, but like he had like 4 months to pause and hone his craft in the middle of the season with seeing the current composition of this team. And I think it benefited him. Let's see if he can bring it to Green Bay against a good opponent in, adverse weather and stuff and put it together. But he's playing much better than I've really ever seen. And if anything else, it's fun to see. And it's fun to see a new element and wrinkle to this team. And guys, remember, click subscribe if you're in here. Click join.
Also,
there's a lot of you in here. Click it.
And also, and remember, during the offseason, he can't come in contact with coaches. Now he actually has the coach's ear if he has questions and things of that. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So
Yes. So I think it's a different
offensive line's playing good too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, well, look, that's bro. What you just said, I was just thinking about, and I mentioned it briefly in the monologue. But bro, that's a big part of this. I was going to say with the penalties, even I think them gelling and them hitting their stride is a huge part of this too. Offense, everything starts with the offensive line, and don't forget now with Sealer and Campbell, the defensive line. Like my biggest complaint at the beginning of this year was the trenches on both sides of the ball, and now mid-season or a little past mid-season, you're starting to see those trenches really hit their strides. It's no coincidence that when they hit their strides, we play much better. Period.
Looks like Christopher. I guess Christopher was right. We were more worried about the O-line than he was.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I was
see.
saying earlier, I wasn't mad with how the line was playing. I was like, we had the least amount of sacks. It just didn't look right. Everything looked wrong, and
Yes.
I don't know, man. I
Side
just
test.
count that towards coaching. We say move the team methodically, play smart, and that cold benefits it. Really, I just want to add the confidence to lead a game that is cold and hostile. Cheese heads are wacky. They are wacky, Kerry. You're right. But yeah, I agree with you, man. We got running, and Jeff Wilson's still on the team, right? I'm not tripping,
Is
right?
he?
Yeah, Fred, we're gonna drop the link soon. So yeah, you can
Is
come
Jeff
up.
on the team, bro?
I haven't I imagine I would have saw him because he's one of my favorite players.
Right. I think he's playing for the Dolphins still. I think he maybe got bumped on the depth chart a little. I don't know if he's banged up.
If he did, he's still there.
Yeah.
So we got him, and this guy, no matter how long you go without seeing him, when he comes in, he could get the tough yards. So we got him, right? Mostert, Achan.
Mostert too. He had some fumbles, but he's still there, bro.
Yeah, we got the running backs, and we'll have plenty of fresh legs for the run game. They've all proven adequate.
Yes.
Achan's getting more touches, so obviously he shows, but any one of them guys, I feel like could be number one, and they could make it happen.
I'm with you, bro. I'm 100% with you. I see Lewis out here. I'm with you, bro. I agree.
What's going on, Lou? How you doing? That's my brother right there, Lewis, my Cuban brother.
Hell yeah.
I said I told
dude.
Fred that I'm gonna let him up on the panel. Fred, Lewis, like, please, no shit. Please.
But at the end of the day, I want to get excited again, and to get me really excited again, they got to win this game, get to 500, get me back on the bandwagon the way I was excited last year. I think you guys could see in my tone of voice, even on the monologues, that I'm kind of woken up a little bit just because of how they've been playing. Like, wake me up fully by getting this win and getting to 500. I think I'd be real happy about it, guys. We're going to drop the link right now. We're going to do one at a time and let everybody kind of say their piece so that doesn't get too crazy on here. I got a little bit more time to stay on and kick it with you guys. So we're going to do one at a time, get your thoughts out, talk to us a little, and then we'll let the next one up for whoever wants to come up. And remember, if you're in here and you haven't done so yet, make sure you click that subscribe button, man. Make sure you check out some of the other things you can do to support us. We are rolling and we are doing it in this channel, even though we hit a rough patch because of the season. And even though I'm running around like a madman, man, we keep this afloat. The happy hour every Thursday, this show every Tuesday, my solo shows when I chime in and do them. So we are out here, man. And let's get to it, man. Let's drop.
By the way, obviously the happy hour is not going to be this Thursday, but we will be.
Yeah, of course not. Right.
Next Thursday,
the turkey hour will be taking place. Everybody else, but
I can't wait for my pumpkin pie to watch us.
By the way, next Thursday, the next home game we have. There's like Kahlua is like a coffee liqueur.
Oh yeah,
there's a liqueur that I have. It's called 305 coffee. I have it here somewhere, but they have a ready to drink. It's called Café con Leche.
305 coffee.
Yeah, 305 coffee. It's called Café con Leche. I'm definitely going to be trying that on the next installment of the happy hour.
I like it, bro. I'm hyped, and I hope it's for a victory. A victory.
What's up, Fred?
Freddie, what's good?
What's happening, gentlemen? Larry, Shake, Lucci, Greg. How you gentlemen doing this evening?
Good, man. How you doing?
Doing great.
Good, man. Good, guys. I wanted to point this out, Larry. I mean, maybe it's a little thing, maybe it's nothing at all, man. But at the game, after halftime, bro, like they were interviewing Mike McDaniel. I guess he was coming out of the tunnel, but a play was being ran, man, while he was interviewing. So does that say to me that somebody else may be calling plays, man? Maybe there was a glitch in the but it seemed like as the play was running, Mike McDaniel was still interviewing, bro. I mean,
that's interesting. I mean, usually the head coaches have to interview and the game's going on behind them and some of those sideline interviews right after the half. I don't know if he had pre-called the play, if he has like a list of a couple he's going to run. I don't know if somebody else took it over briefly. I doubt, I got to be honest, I doubt because he had to do a quick interview that he said, yo, you call the next play. I doubt that.
Yeah, I doubt it too.
What I think it speaks to is just the difficulty of trying to be a head coach and a play caller at the same time, and it's hard to juggle. And if anything, that's indicative of the fact that it's hard to juggle those things. But I don't think there's anything deeper than that. I mean, I would just think he probably had his headset on and he's able to call it anyway, and then he speaks. But
Well, like Lewis said, because that's what I was thinking, Lewis. It was edited like that. That's what I was thinking.
Saying
too.
it's edited. Sometimes
it could happen like a tape delay.
Sometimes I see them.
Maybe that's just another maybe, you know.
But it could have been a tape delay too. So I don't think it's anything huge to make a big deal out of, you know.
But I won't be mad if someone is, Fred.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad.
Whoever's calling him is working right now, so
exactly.
What's the saying? Don't lick a gift horse in the mouth.
Exactly, Shake. Exactly. I'm good with it, man. But you know, I was just curious when I'm like, wait a minute, McDaniel's interviewing, but they're playing ball, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's no big deal. You know what I mean, man? But you know, I just wanted to say that though, man. That's all, Larry.
I get it, Fred.
Look,
how you feeling about it, bro? How you feeling about this game coming up, Fred?
Okay, man. You know, hey, man. You know the way the Dolphins are playing. To me, I don't see no reason why they shouldn't, you know, make it a game anyway, Larry. You know what I'm saying? Make it a competitive game the way they've been playing the last couple of weeks, man. I'm looking for it to at least be competitive. Now, you know, I'm still skeptical of us getting the win, man, going up to the frozen tundra, man. 20 miles per hour wind, you know, 20-degree weather, man. It's going to be tough for any team to go up there and do that, bro. So, but hey, man, I have faith that my Dolphins can do it, man, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Sounds good, Fred. I mean, I'm with you, bro. I think I got the faith, and I want to see them follow through for once on my faith and get it done.
Yeah.
I'm not totally convinced they can do it yet, just because of what they've done the past few years in the cold and these times. But I'm hoping for it, my bro. I'm hoping for it. But Fred, we're gonna get Alex up here and give him a chance to say his piece, bro. So I always appreciate you coming up, and I always appreciate the chance to talk to you.
Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir.
Fred.
Fred has those receipts on Friday, Fred.
Alex, what's good, my bro?
Oh, what's going on? Hey, Fred's a good dude, man. But I had to laugh when he was asking that question, man, about the play calls, bro.
Hey, man, everybody's got a different angle they want to know about. So, man, that's Fred's angle.
Those interviews are always pre-taped before the kickoff of the second half. So I just want to throw that out there. So no, there's no play. But Daniel's the one calling the plays always.
Yes.
But here's the thing. This team is different from what we've seen in the years past. Okay? Call me crazy, call me this all you want. It's different from what we've seen the last 2 years because this offense has been Tyreek based only. You know, the last couple of years. Now we're starting to see it Tua spread the ball all over the place. Now we got a tight end involved. Now we got Jalen Waddle involved. We got OBJ. I think OBJ is cooked, but whatever. I mean,
I think he's cooked too, bro. I just think he's cooked. I really do.
I mean, I did not want OBJ on this team in the offseason. I would rather have Tyler Boyd because I was calling for him to be on this team. But, I mean, he hasn't really done anything either, you know, honestly. But whatever.
No.
I mean, but Malik Washington is starting to come around. He's starting to evolve.
He is.
Starting to evolve as well. We just want to see more Jalen Wright. And Jonnu Smith has become the blanket for Tua.
He has, bro, and it's worked very well for us. It seems that, Alex, we weren't really missing a 3 as much as we were missing just a third option in the form of a tight end, you know.
And you know what's funny is he was doing the same. Look, he was moving the offense with whoever was the quarterback.
With Atlanta last year with Desmond Ridder.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Another thing is this. You know, the offensive line, Lucci mentioned about the offensive line as well. You know, you can't ask for any more out of these guys than what you've seen. Oh my goodness. Sorry, my headset just dropped for my baby. My baby's headset just fell off.
Bro. Alex out here friggin' putting people at risk, bro.
No, the tray that connects to the high chair fell on the ground.
Damn,
Sorry.
you all right over there? Baby all right? Everybody all
Yeah,
right?
baby's fine. He's watching Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood.
There you go. There you go.
And Clifford. But the offensive line, you can't really ask for any more out of those guys than what you see with the offensive line. Hey, give Chris Greer his flowers. He decided to go with Calais Campbell over Christian Wilkins. Paying Christian Wilkins $27.5 million. And I love Christian, don't get me wrong. But he was not worth the money
Me
he
too.
got from Vegas. And Calais Campbell's a beast. Aaron Brewer, one of the best centers in the league right now.
You know what? And you got to give Chris Greer his flowers on Brewer. And I think we all agree. Like, look, I love Wilkins. I thought maybe we should have made him an offer earlier to lock him in. I know we turned down the offer we did make, but you can't pay him the money he was asking for. I don't have any ill will that you didn't pay him that kind of money. It's just crazy money. I think the Brewer thing, though, has really been a revelation because, I didn't love the Brewer signing per se. I know he had certain strengths that they thought were going to work with this offense. I was skeptical. He didn't leave Tennessee with all that much fanfare. But quite frankly, he's been good. And if he's one of the better centers in the league, per the stats and the numbers right now, then that's a hell of a move by Greer. And I think a lot's going to come down to now, how does the rest of this season go? Because right now Greer's sitting pretty, but we're still 5-6 and we have a couple wins. But can we get over that hump to some extent that really puts him in a position? Now, I'm not saying that anything's going to happen to him at this point now, but from my perspective, is he really going to get his flowers because this team's going to meet expectations in some meaningful way down the stretch, or are things going to fall apart down the stretch?
You want to know why I feel it's different, and I tell you this right now. You've seen the last 2 years they started out hot, they sputtered down the end. It's the reverse. The second thing is he brought in guys that have played in negative degree weather.
Yes.
Calais Campbell was with Baltimore, and also Arizona. Whatever Arizona. It's a Phoenix. It's what Tyrell Dotson. Tyrell Dotson from
Don't forget
Buffalo.
Jacksonville, the Cole Jacksonville.
I'm sorry,
Miami.
No, well, yeah. Hill has been in Kansas City all these years. Jonnu Smith was at Tennessee, not that long ago, and New England, nonetheless. Brewer with Tennessee. You got guys that are used to this kind of weather. Going against Green Bay, and I think this team is more than capable of beating Green Bay and more than capable of beating cold weather teams and getting their place. Because let me tell you something, I feel that they are gonna make the playoffs because Denver cannot keep this up. I don't think Denver can keep this up with Bo Nix.
I agree
as
with
good
you
as he is, but I don't think they are.
I think there's going to be an opening for us if we can take care of our business, because I agree with you. I don't trust Denver either. I think there is going to be an opening. I don't disagree at all. I want to see us go through that opening and take advantage of it. I think there's merit to what you're saying about, finding your stride midseason and playing better at the end as opposed to the beginning. We start off hot because of some of the gimmicky, warm weather stuff, whatever, and then we fall apart. This season is the opposite so far. We started off shaky. We found our groove. It looks like the players, especially in the trenches, are starting to play off of each other better, and the coordinators have a better handle on how to call these games, and that's definitely a positive. I think you're running with something, Alex, that makes sense. The baby's chilling. I love it. I love it. Having fun, man.
I had to show you what they were doing. My youngest son, the baby is beating up on his older brother.
It's funny, bro. They're having a blast. That's what matters, man.
Yeah, man. We'll see what happens. Down the stretch, you got Green Bay, you got the Jets at home after that.
Yeah, and look, the Jets are a wild card because they're a division rival, and I still think the Jets have some talent, but they're an absolute dumpster fire right now.
But who's worse, New England or the Jets? Honestly.
I think from an organizational motivation standpoint right now, the Jets are probably worse because of morale, but I think talent-wise, the Patriots are probably worse. I think the Jets are a little bit better on paper talent-wise, but that doesn't make them a better team. The Jets are really struggling right now. really just a dumpster fire cascading down a mountain lit on fire and falling apart. And Michael K, you're late to the show, but glad you're here, my brother.
Oh God, Michael K.
Remember Michael K.
You know, this winning streak should have started. Honestly, they should have beaten Buffalo in Buffalo. They should have beaten them. Buffalo. Honestly.
Yeah, and it's a shame they didn't. But that's there. And quite frankly, Alex, I think they could have won a game or two when Tua was out. They could have beat, some of the
Indianapolis. Yeah,
and it would. Even at that point, I was like, please win at least one of these games so that when he does get back, you're looking better in the record. And it's frustrating we couldn't pull it off. Even with Indianapolis, it's frustrating.
Speaking of Michael K, I know he won't.
Greg.
I know he won't admit it, but I know deep down he's scared because if we make that 17 and Buffalo's the 2 seed, he's going to be sweating bullets. I'm telling you right now, you do not want to see this team in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Larry, Shake. This is what I've been saying. And I still think I still think this is the case. I think Tua has carried Mike McDaniel the last 3 years. The last 3 to 4 years.
We're going to see at the end of the year if that holds up. I still think McDaniel did a lot for Tua. I think McDaniel really brought out Tua's best game. I don't know that it's not mutual, like a codependency, right?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Tua's skill set catered to what McDaniel wanted to do, and he also did what was best for the playbook with respect for Tua, so he looked good and Tua looked good. That's probably what it actually was.
But I'm just saying that. But then why can't he win with a? Why can he not win with a backup?
All right, let me ask you this. All right, let me ask you this, Alex. Why isn't McVay winning without Kyle Shanahan winning without a backup?
Right.
Well, Brandon Allen, to Shanahan's credit, he did it with Garoppolo. He did it with Purdy.
Okay.
And
outside of those two guys,
Brandon Allen that was his first start. I don't know. Brandon Allen has been. How long has Brandon?
Why didn't Brady? Why isn't Belichick winning without Brady? At the end of the day, look. When you get a good quarterback, you know what I'm saying?
Brady winning. Nah. Belichick went 11-5 without Brady. He lost Brady first quarter.
He didn't win no Super Bowl without him either. Super Bowl.
Go on, man. Hey, but listen though, you're right, Shake. Nobody wins a Super Bowl unless you're Nick Foles. That's the only bad. But listen, I'm about to get off. I just want to tell everybody Happy Thanksgiving in the chat. My brother Shake, Larry, and Greg.
And real quick, I just want to say now that Larry, Michael K is in there, he's also on Blitz Pickup, which Lou is in the back. He also comes to. So I just want to remind the Dolphin fans out there. And I'm starting a new movement. It's called BKC, okay? For Michael K. It's BKC. Remember that. Be kind to casuals. Because, Michael K is a casual fan, and he doesn't know any better. So please be kind to Michael K, our resident casual fan.
That's my guy, man. Michael K is my guy, man. He's one of my favorite people. This guy shows up, man. He's blood in, blood out, man. I think he's low-key a closet Dolphins fan, but that's okay, man, because I root for him to win too. But happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, man.
Hey, I think we win by 10. Let me just give that since we won't have the happy hour with my brother Shake. I think we'll win by 10 in Green Bay. I think it'll be a cool game to watch, but I think that it will win. I think we're going to win. I like the way Tua is looking. He's playing great. And as long as Mike McDaniel don't ruin it with his whacked out play calling, as long as he just stick to the plan, I think we'll look good, man. But Raph, Dolphin, Dan, Bentley, Fred, everybody in the chat, if I forgot about you, sorry. Gary D, it's always good to see you. And all my brothers on the panel, man. I hope you guys have a fantastic Thanksgiving. And I'm sure I'll talk to you later.
Happy Thanksgiving, my brother. Take care, man. God bless.
Peace out, everybody.
So I think these quarterbacks, you got to also take into account that Mike McDaniel is designing an offense for who his starters are going to be. And if you get a guy, now maybe it's Greer's fault for not getting the right guys in, but I do think that it's a mutual dependency there. Like, why didn't Tua do better under Flores? Why didn't McDaniel win without Tua? Those guys kind of go hand in hand. I don't know that one is eating off the other any more than each other. Like, I think they're both kind of intertwined, and that's how it should be. If they fail, I think they're going to fail together. If they succeed, I think they're going to succeed together. That's just the reality of what I think.
That's what I'm saying, though. But a good coach would adjust his play calling to a backup quarterback.
You got to remember, this is his third year as being a head coach as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not saying McDaniels is excellent or anything. I'm just saying I do think the way he designed an offense for Tua has benefited and vice versa because Tua can execute what he's trying to do. But let's not take away from the fact that Tua is playing a lot better right now, even outside of that timing offense that he has laid out, which is a big thing. I think Tua is playing well right now.
Yeah, I think Tua has evolved. You know,
he
right
has.
before our eyes.
He has evolved. Is it enough to get past that hump of those late season? Whatever we will soon see. But he's definitely evolved, whether he gets over that hump or not. He's still evolved. You can't deny that he has evolved, and it's good to see. Is it enough? I don't know, but he has evolved. He's playing better, bro.
The thing is that, and one can make you can make. Hey, lower that. What are you doing? Sorry. You can make an argument. Okay, you can make an argument that no. Tua means more to this franchise than anything, and I'm trying to put it to where you guys can say it. I'm sorry. Tua is the most important. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm trying to word it.
Look,
I think you guys understand what I'm saying.
Tua is the key to this puzzle. At the end of the day, and one of the reasons why he's the key to the puzzle is because Mike McDaniels designed it that way.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and so did the franchise paying him like he is the key to the puzzle. Now, whether that key is the right key, we're about to see. But, it's looking good these last couple of weeks. We've seen it look good before, and then it's crumbled. So I want to see. I want to see. I'm not going to make any proclamations yet that he is or he isn't successful until he is or isn't successful. There's a lot of season left.
They need to go out and go get Danny Jones to back up as a backup.
Man, I don't want Danny Pennies up in here.
You think he's better than Skyler, though?
Daniel Jones.
He's better than Skyler.
He is better than Skyler. He is. But he is. I'm not knocking. It's just. But Alex, it's been great talking to you, bro. I got to get Lewis up on the panel.
Man. Go ahead and get Lewis up here. It was good talking to you guys. Greg, Shake, and Larry. You guys have a great Thanksgiving. God bless. Lewis, if you can hear me as well. If I don't talk to you before Thursday, God bless you and your family, bro. And happy Thanksgiving, you and your family, Lou.
Happy Thanksgiving, Alex. Great hearing from you. We'll talk to you soon, brother.
Yeah, man. And by the way, let me introduce this next man. He has his show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And he is my co-host on the Phins, one of my co-hosts on the Phins Tailgate. Mi hermano, Lewis.
Hey, what's good? Larry?
And I subscribe to you on multiple channels, by the way.
I appreciate you, Larry.
CB83, what's good, bro? Go ahead.
Oh, no. Shake, do your thing. And Alex, I did hear you, so likewise to you, bro. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. And for everybody in general, I mean, basically, and likewise.
Yes, sir.
Respectfully, though, I would have to disagree with what Alex was saying in the beginning about the cold weather, and now this team has guys that have played in cold weather. Bro, can we just, stop? Dan Marino went to Pittsburgh for college.
True, and he's from Pittsburgh, bro.
And he's from Pittsburgh. Dan Marino used to struggle in cold weather. It just happens.
Yeah.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
I think, and maybe it's me, maybe I'm reaching. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts, though. A couple weeks back, Sean Elliott came out with a comment saying that this team was mentally soft. He didn't say physically. He said mentally.
Yeah.
See, the game in Green Bay, Larry, and in Shake and Greg, football is, whether it's played in cold, heat, wherever it's played inside of the dome, where there's no weather inclements or anything of that nature, right? The fact of the matter is football is football. It's the mindset when you go into a game where it's going to be cold. Can you get over that?
Yeah.
And that's the question, right? It's not about how many players you got on the roster that have played in cold or where no. It's when you get there, right? And it's time to play football. Can you play football in that weather? And that's not a physical thing because I think Tua is physical enough to play football, or Calais Campbell, or Zach Seiler, or Jalen Waddle, or anybody for that matter. But can they play football in that weather? Can they overcome it in their mind, right? And that's just where I'm at, bro. Like, am I excited that we got to 5-6 and we put ourselves in a position to be playing for something? Absolutely. But I'm kind of with you guys. I've been listening for a while. Yeah, listen, as Dolphin fans, be excited, but be cautious in the same time, right? Like, don't think, oh, we're Super Bowl bound, we're back. No, this team has to earn it. They dug themselves in a hole, and now they're trying to dig them way out. And it just is what it is, you know?
I agree 150%. And I think, bro, I'm from New Jersey. I still feel the cold. It's not like I have some superhuman power to withstand the cold because I walk around in freezing cold weather all day. Yes, your body gets more used to it. Like, I'm going to feel hotter in Florida, and somebody from Florida is going to feel colder up here when their body adjusts. And it's going to be tough for anybody living in South Florida to go into cold weather. But you're right. It's a mental thing, bro. You got to get past that. And we used to go out on purpose and play in the snow, street ball and organized ball. And that's what we did. And you got to either embrace that and push through it. And Miami's always going to have a little disadvantage because they're not used to that on a day in and day out basis. But both teams have to play in those conditions. And you've got to find a way mentally to get over that. I agree with you. And until they can do it consistently, or at least enough, Lewis, to get home field advantage, because most Miami's best runs in their history has been when they have more home games in the playoffs. Until they can get to that place, we're going to struggle. So it starts now. Like, go win this game in November. It's not even December, January yet. Go do it, bro. And
I agree with iDog right here. I approve this.
Yeah, I was just thinking, bro. I was thinking of Russia, and I was thinking of the Russian Pine Barrens episode of Sopranos when we were talking about this. That's what I was thinking about. Hearts on fire, whatever.
Right. Listen, I would agree. And the other thing that Alex was saying, and listen, I'm not here to change anybody's mind. I'm just here to give other options, like different opinions, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, to the backup quarterback narrative, where the coach couldn't get it done with the backup and stuff. There's only so much a coach can do, right? Especially on the field. Mm-hmm. Now, could he maybe adjust maybe a little bit better? Okay, you got me there. But at the end of the day, we all watch the games, and some of us maybe pay for the all 22 or break down the film or whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, if I don't care, you got to have some kind of talent to play quarterback in the league, right? Maybe Skyler's not as talented as Tua, but he has talent he was talented enough to put himself in the league.
Yes.
Right. And the only reason I'm starting with Skyler is because he's the one that got the first opportunity.
Yes.
When you throw on the tape, Larry, of the first game in Seattle, there was plays to be made. Skyler Thompson, it looked like he was gunshot.
Yeah.
Right. There's players open. But if the ball doesn't go, again, for me looking at it, is that a Mike McDaniel problem?
Not if there's guys running open, bro.
Not exactly.
From a schematic standpoint. Motivation, I don't know.
And I'm with you. Maybe and again, if you feel like Skyler cannot do it, okay, maybe, I don't want to say dummy it down, but give him some stuff that maybe he's more comfortable in. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. I get it. Tyler Huntley the same way. Listen, Tyler Huntley, I've seen somebody put it in the chat that he did win a game. And he did, right? Yes. The fact of the matter is there were still plays to be made when he was out there as well. And he didn't make them neither. So
no, you're right. And for the record, I agree with you. I don't think at all that Mike McDaniel has lived off Tua, bro. If anything, it's mutual, and that's at best. Like, I think Mike McDaniel came in here and designed a system that was going to play to Tua's strengths. If anything, Tua benefited a lot from McDaniel. I'm not saying that Tua doesn't have talent outside of McDaniel, but to say, in my personal opinion, that McDaniel's like eating off Tua, I just don't think that makes a whole lot of sense when you look at the trajectory of what occurred here. That's just
which by the way, I won't be surprised if you get a copyright strict from the Big O, because that's where he took that take from.
Is that really? I believe it. Yeah. I haven't tuned into Big O in a while because he gets on my nerves sometimes with his takes, bro. So when we're losing like that, I don't even care.
According to Big O, Mike McDaniel is not a leader.
Bro, well, here's one thing about Big O in just general, and I don't like
all our content brothers and sisters that we rock with, I'll never throw him the bus. Big O's big enough. He don't need me to be pumping him up. At the end of the day, bro, he started that narrative right when everybody started struggling early in the year, including Tua. He started this crusade that it's all McDaniel's fault because he was just scapegoating him so he could excuse the behavior of Tua and maybe the front office. And at the end of the day, it's just tired nonsense, bro. You got to not buy into those type of narratives. We all have 2 eyes and 2 ears. We could see nonsense. Let's see through that nonsense. Like, come on now. That people start to spin narratives, and you could watch literally the masses of others like take those narratives and start regurgitating them. And it's just depressing, in my opinion. It's like, bro, think for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. It's ridiculous. Well, if you guys remember, he did the same thing with the Brian Flores.
He did, yeah.
He let his feelings get in the way. He, for whatever reason, he just didn't like him, or whatever the case may be. And to your point there, Larry, he started the narrative,
yes,
right, and people ran with it. So,
yeah,
again,
I'm glad
it is frustrating. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
And it's just crazy because I agree with you, Larry, when you just said it. I think Mike McDaniel and Tua they're a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
I think they both feed off each other. It's like in Baltimore, John Harbaugh is a good coach, but I think Lamar Jackson makes him better, right?
Yeah.
Like they feed off each other. Belichick is a great coach, but Brady definitely made him better, right? Like to your point, it's hand in hand. I'm not going to say Tua made McDaniel, and I'm not going to say McDaniel made Tua. I just think it's two guys that work well together. They kind of see the field, the game the same way, and you see the production of it. And it's just it is what it is.
Totally agree.
Yeah. Exactly. If Patrick Mahomes went to another team, another coach other than Andy Reid, I'm sure he'll be successful, but not to the level that he is right now.
Right. Yeah, that's how life is, bro. Like nobody's only solely responsible for their own successes and their own failures. Like there's always some other element out there that helps or doesn't with everything. Everything's symbiotic. The entire world is like that. Everything's an ecosystem. You know? Nothing's in a vacuum. So I think when people start to do that, it just gets it can get silly because it's like, come on, you're reaching. Just stick to the facts. And in my opinion, by now, these two live and die with each other. They either succeed together or they fail together because you've made your bed. There's no let McDaniel pick another quarterback, and there's no keep Tua for the third head coach. That's just, in my opinion, that's insane. That's not going to happen.
I would lump Greer in that too, Larry.
What happened?
I would lump Greer, McGeek, and
agreed.
Tua.
Yeah, because Greer stuck his claim on Tua. He changed coaches, and he was a big proponent in that when he realized, like, Flo isn't the coach for my quarterback. I agree. It's the regime, and the regime is, I've been saying this, it's those three. It's Greer, it's McDaniel, and it's Tua. And it's really, our buddy in the ivory tower, but he ain't going anywhere, so it is what it is.
Yeah, so listen, I'm going to sign off. I just wanted to come up here and give my quick thoughts. You guys, this is another banger of a show.
I appreciate you.
And for everybody in the chat, like, subscribe, share this video out with others, and let people know that there's great content over here. These boys put in that work, and
hey, man.
Again,
appreciate you. Look at this. Look at this, man. This is man.
Yeah, that's the squad.
Yes, sir.
Bro. Appreciate you, Lou. And man, make sure you guys click subscribe and like. And Lou, go ahead and plug your show, man, because it's on the rise, bro.
I appreciate that, Larry. Shake said it, man. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, me, Tony, and Alex. It's called the Blitz Pickup. We're, again, young, up and coming. And it's kind of like what this channel is. That's why I gravitate over here. That's why I gravitated to the.
I've been watching. Yeah.
The Phins tailgate as well. It's raw, uncut. Like I don't go places where I'm just they're gonna tell me what I want to hear. I go hear what real Dolphin fans, their opinions and the truths about this team. And whether it's good conversation, whether it's bad conversation, or whether it's controversial conversation, that's what I'm in for. So again, Blitz Pickup Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 7:30. And like I'm telling you to come join us, please subscribe to Larry K and the great things that he does over here with the gentleman over here. So salute to you guys.
Salute.
And happy Thanksgiving to all.
Too, bro. And Shay, can you put the link to the Blitz Pickup in the comments?
We'll do.
If not, I'll do it. But
I got it. Don't worry.
I appreciate you guys.
yeah, guys, go over there and subscribe right now. If you're in here, go subscribe to the Blitz Pickup, man. Lou is a good dude who's been around from really jump. You know, we all kind of came up together at the same time. So I'm gonna let Shake put that in the comments, man. We winding up over an hour. Let's go get this W on Thursday. I think at this point, you know, we know where we are. We know what we need to do. If you are still in here and haven't clicked the join button, man, become a member of the channel. You get some perks, and it helps support us, helps us continue to grow and do the things we do, helps us to bring you more and more content. So please go ahead and click that join button, click the subscribe button like Carrie does. And we are a community in here. Michael K, even Carrie D, G, Lewis, all of us, Alex, everybody's welcome here, and everybody's opinion is welcome here. And you see how we communicate and what our values are in this channel. So please subscribe, go over to the Blitz Pickup, subscribe to this channel. But look, I am not sure what's going to happen Thursday. We can win, but I haven't seen it yet. Prove it to me, Dolphins. Show me. Last year was the show me season, and you didn't show me. This year, show me what we want to see. I'm looking forward to my holiday, and I'm hopefully looking forward to a Dolphins win. G and Shake, what's your last thoughts on this? This beautiful.
I only see two things to come from this game. Number one, we get blown out, and it's the same narrative as it always been with this team. Or the second thing that could happen is we somehow win, close game, maybe a blowout, probably not though, and we shut the haters up and the doubters up. Those are the only two things I see. You know, it's going to be a great day. Thanksgiving, I'm going to have breakfast with the family. My Nana's coming over. Then I'm going to go to my grandparents for Thanksgiving. Going to come home, eat my pumpkin pie, eat whatever pie, and enjoy the game. I'm enjoying this game. I'm going to be ready. I'm ready. I don't care. We got to win this game. We got to win this game. I don't know what I was trying to say there, but we got to win this game. We got to win this game. If we lose this game, it might end my hopes of playoffs, because you got to win these type of games if you're going to make the playoffs, you know. Got to shut the haters up. Tua's I don't know if you've seen the clip, Larry. I posted on my Instagram story. He was like, got to prove him wrong or whatever he was saying. He believes it. If this team can believe it, if he can believe it, I can believe it. We got to go into Green Bay, win this game. It's not going to be easy. I believe we can win this game. I believe we can go on a run. I'm feeling I'm feeling a different way about this team. If we win this game, I might get on the Super Bowl train. That's how.
Oh man,
that's how the OPM gets to you. But you know, Shaq Barrett coming back, he probably won't play. But if he comes back, that's going to be a great acquisition. Have Isaiah Wins back. You know, we got to win this game. I think we can win this game. I'm going to say 17-14. I think it's going to be a low scoring game.
All right. I like it, G. I like it. I'm gonna message you right now about other things. All right, I'll talk to you in a minute. Shake, last thoughts, my bro.
Yeah. Let me. Damn, what the hell? Because I put the clip the link, and for some reason it's not allowing me to.
It won't let you post the link.
No. Hold on, let me see something real quick. There we go. Copy link. There it is.
There you go.
No, just happy Thanksgiving. We'll be back next Tuesday, hopefully with a victory Tuesday, not therapy Tuesday.
Yes.
And we'll talk about our Thanksgiving and whatever. And like I said, by the way, this we're gonna be doing pilot episodes of the cross-examination. So be on the lookout for that as well. Members only. So,
members only, yeah. Be on the lookout. It's gonna be cool, and even the pilot, some of the trial and error will be there. So tune into that, guys. Tune into all the other content creators. Make sure you click that link. It's right there. It's in the comments. Click that link. Go subscribe. Show some love to an emerging channel that does a lot of great stuff that we believe in. Click that link. Subscribe. Happy Thanksgiving to absolutely everybody. Remember what you're thankful for. Remember to reflect We all have a lot to be thankful for, quite frankly. No matter what is going on, there are definitely things in life that we have to be thankful for. And I'm definitely thankful for everybody who supports this channel, subscribes to this channel, joined this channel, shows love to this channel. It's given me so much, and it's grown so much more. It's grown bigger than I ever thought it could have when I first started it, and it's still growing more and more. So I really appreciate all the support, and I appreciate everybody coming on, contributing, being a part of the show, calling in, all of those things. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been a pleasure to watch the Dolphins on a win streak. Let's continue it. Let's go prove everybody wrong and go win. I'd love to see it. And everybody have a really happy Thanksgiving, and let's root for the Dolphins on Turkey Day. Talk to you guys soon. Larry K is out.
I know you heard me on the radio flexing. She loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the phone late night with Larry K. I know you heard me on the radio flexing. She loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the phone late night with Larry K.